All right, so a lot of really good stuff going on in this one. And this is a great example of how you can really get away with a lot of notes that are outside of the scale. If you look at the G minor 7 line, he's playing the flatted 5th as well as the flatted ninth, which is a little bit uncommon to see over a minor 7 chord. And then over the dominant chord, we have the major 7, which is also less common, but both of those are coming from some substitutions that he's putting over the chords. So for the first one, for the G minor 7, it looks like basically what he's doing is he's thinking D flat major 7. Or you can say Lydian if you want. There's no sharp 11, but that's typically what a lot of people will do when they're thinking over minor 7 flat 5. So if you're thinking G minor 7 flat 5, you can start on the flatted 5th, which is D flat, and think D flat Lydian, and that kind of gives you a different frame of reference for playing over the chord and might change the way that you improvise around it. But he's doing that, but he's actually doing it over just a regular minor 7 chord, which is why we're getting that flatted 5th, even though it's a minor 7. But it sounds really cool. So he starts with the pointer finger on B flat on the 4th string, and then we do the D flat major 7 arpeggio. So the fingering that I'm doing for that, my middle finger on D flat on the 6th string, then my pointer finger goes to F. Now right here I shift positions, I put my ring finger up on A flat, so, and then right here middle finger on C, ring finger on D flat, middle finger on F, and then pointer finger on A flat. So that's the line over the G minor 7 chord. It starts on the end of 4 with the B flat note. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so really cool sound, and like I said, he's thinking a tritone away, playing, major 7. You can say Lydian if you want, and that gives you more of like a Locrian kind of sound, but it sounds great over just regular minor 7 as well. It gives you, that flat 5, which is a little bit different than what our ears are used to hearing. So if you want to kind of spice up the sound over a minor 7 chord a little bit, you start on the tritone and play major 7. And then when we get to the C7 chord, this is really cool. Those first 4 notes, that's really awesome. So that B note is that major 7 that I was talking about. So he starts with the pointer finger on E, ring finger goes to F sharp, pinky goes to B, which is our major 7, and then pointer finger on G sharp. So if you look at that, if you just look at those 4 notes, it looks like C sharp minor pentatonic, right? So what is going on right there is he's doing the 2-5 of the tritone sub. So if that sounds really confusing, what that means is C7 is our 5 chord, right? A tritone away from C is F sharp, right? So you do F sharp 7 is the tritone sub. That's what tritone sub means. But, with any dominant chord, you can put the 2 chord before it. So what that means is if F sharp 7 was considered a 5 chord, the 2 chord would be C sharp minor 7. So that's called a tritone sub 2-5. So instead of playing C7, you play C sharp minor 7 to F sharp 7. And that's where you get that major 7, because if you play a C sharp minor 7 arpeggio, C sharp, E, G sharp, B, there's the B note, right? That's our major 7 against the C. But, it sounds great. So I'm willing to bet that he was just thinking C sharp Dorian over the C7 chord. So we start with the E, F sharp, B, G sharp, and then right here we get back to like a C altered kind of sound. So right there it's ring finger on E flat, so now this is our sharp 9 against E flat, or against C7, this is our sharp 9. Then pointer finger on D flat and slide it down a fret, and then go back up and pick it when you come back up to the D flat. Okay, so far we have this. All right, and that's the G minor 7 to C7, and then when we get to F major, he goes. So we put our pinky up on E, this is a really pretty line. E, pointer finger on C, then ring finger on D, and then ring finger on A. So that's really nice. You have the 7, the 5, the 6, and the 3. And then pointer finger on G, ring finger on F, middle finger on E. Okay, so over the F major you have 7, 5, 6, 3, 9, root, 7. Okay, and this is over the tune Beautiful Love. So actually right there, when it resolves, you do F major for a bar, and then the bar after it is actually the 2-5 to go back to D minor, but you can just, that whole line can work over just F major as well. So the entire line